Hey YouTube, New York Half-Ass Prepper here. I'm doing this video as a public service announcement to anybody that might be affected. I was doing some research lately. This is my Samsung Galaxy S5, and I know it's old, but it works well for me. Well, at least it used to. Now it's doing some funny stuff, but anyway, this is what I got, and I have it on Verizon, which is the carrier here where I am, because of the coverage. But I was looking to get off Verizon and get onto another carrier, or at least get my son onto another carrier because he ran up my data and I got a $600 bill. You know, he's a teenager. So in the course of doing the research, I found out that this phone here, which I used to carry as a backup, I used to have this in my truck in case something, if I dropped this or broke it or got it wet, this would be my backup to get a call out. And AT&T, these phones work on AT&T when you buy a Tracphone, and this phone is locked onto AT&T. You can't use it with any other carrier, even though it's a GSM phone and has a SIM card in it. If you look back in here, if I can get this out, that little slot there holds a SIM card. And since AT&T, first of the year, they do not support 2G. So this phone, basically, I'm going to have to throw in the garbage. I'll send it to Battered Women's Shelter or something, because I think you can dial 911 on it. And this is a dual SIM phone I used to keep around as a backup also. It's also 2G. It's affected, but at least I can use this on T-Mobile because it's unlocked. This one's locked. So basically, it's a piece of garbage now. I could, go online and get a code and unlock it, but I don't see the point when you can get these things for like $10. And the other reason I don't like it is because it takes this kind of charger, which is the only phone in my collection that takes those. Everything else takes a little miniature mini USB now. So anyway, I'm throwing this out. So in my research to replace that, I said I can do better than that anyway. So I came up with this little kit. This is a little plastic Pelican box that I found. I forget where I got it, Walmart or eBay or something. It wasn't expensive. I've had it for years now. So I figured it'd be good for this kit. It's watertight. So now, phones like this are what you need, because these are what is supported on the new networks. There's a 4G LTE phone, and it's capable of working on Verizon. And by changing the SIM card, which sits right in here in the phone, you can use it on AT&T, T-Mobile, or pretty much any other carrier. Because believe it or not, Verizon, in their credit, I have my issues with them, but all the 4G LTE devices sold by Verizon are unlocked and will work on any of the networks now. This is a Samsung J3V. It's an entry-level phone. It's cheap. I got it for $15 as part of a promotion at Verizon. So that was kind of cool. So for $15, I have a backup to my smartphone. Also in the kit, this is a little leather notepad, and it has a Write in the Rain notepad in it. And I have some phone numbers and stuff written in there. And I also have SIM cards. So the SIM cards are required on a I guess on all the phones now. You need a SIM card for as far as the LTE goes. But this has 30 days of service on this card. Picked it up on eBay. Pop it in the phone, activate it, and away I go. But the problem with these SIM cards is you need to be able to call them or get on a computer to activate the SIM card. So I was looking for a way around that. This one, I think you can just call an 800 number, and you can put, get it activated and put some money on it. A lot of them, like the ones I have in this phone, you have to go online to do it. So you need to have a smartphone on the air or a computer. That was until I found this. This is called ReadySim, or it's a company called ZipSim. I think the names are interchangeable. And it's a triple cut SIM card. It's 30 days of talk, text, and 2 gigabytes of 4G LTE data. These are a little more pricey than these SIM cards are, but this has a very unique feature. If I want to use this card and activate it, let's say I'm in the middle of Idaho, rural Idaho, and I want to use this card. I pull this card out, I put it in the phone, not this phone, this phone. I put it in the phone, and I text. There's a code that you text with your zip code to a certain number on here. You follow the instructions, and your phone number shows up on the phone, and then it's activated all of a sudden. So you can hold on to this like I'm doing, and in an emergency, you can use it. And this product is marketed for people that have employees that have to go out, into certain areas, and they're only going to be out there for 30 days and need to have local phone numbers to talk to the locals and stuff like that. So if you have an unlocked GSM phone, you can purchase these cards. You send them out there with your employees, and you are in business. Also in this kit, I threw in a flashlight. It's one of the ones that takes 1 AA. There's a spare battery for it in here. There's the wire for the charge up the phones. Here's the 120 volt charger. Here's a cheap 12 volt charger. Of course, I tested everything before I put it in here. I carry this little, it's not a Swiss Army knife, but it's similar. Little screwdriver knife blade to get the packages open and stuff. A pencil to write in a notebook. And I slipped the fire starter in here because I'm a prepper. And then I found this silly phone on eBay. And I said, oh, that looks a pretty neat item. So it was cheap. I picked it up. But it has some really cool features. The first feature is it's like ruggedized. It has a flashlight built into the phone. There's a little LED on here that lights up. And the feature that I got it for is there's a big giant battery in here. 18,000 milliamp hours. And if you open this guy up, it doesn't look it's in person, it's cheesier than it looks. But anyway, it has this feature here, which is a USB. So with this wire, I plug it in, and I plug this phone into the other side, and it acts as a power bank because it's got this big giant 18,000 milliamp hour battery in it. It also has a camera and a little color screen, and it's got a cheesy Chinese knockoff interface and stuff in it. But it is a working 2G GSM cell phone. It's unlocked, and presently I have a 1-year SIM card in it on a company called Speed Talk, 250 minutes a month. I think it was $59 for this card, and it works for a year. So it has a local number, and it'll work for a year. So it's perfect for having a backup in there. And it also works as the power supply, flashlight, and so forth. So this is the little kit that I came up with. You can improve it or add as much junk in here as you want. But this is just strictly as a backup should this phone go down. And I've been in a few areas where, I'm in upstate New York, and going through some of these state parks and stuff out here, there's just no people certain times of year. And you got 20 miles of wilderness that you got to go through. Cell phones generally work up there, in certain areas, but there's just no people. There's no hitching a ride, and it's a long hike out. So if you have a problem, you got to get a tow truck or something. You're gonna wish you could mortgage your soul to get your hands on a cell phone. So this is my take on it. This is my little setup, and your mileage may vary. That's it. I'm out.